Hello and welcome to the Audio Dad Chronicles. I'm Shale, and today we're going to take our first ever listen, on the channel at least, to Bring Me the Horizon, This Will Be Doomed, live at the Royal Albert Hall. So I'm no stranger to the band Bring Me the Horizon, but I do admit I've kind of passed on them for quite a number of years now. I got into them in their earlier days when they were a little more metalcore, deathcore kind of a sound, and admittedly, mostly their singing didn't really do it for me. I thought musically they had some really cool ideas, but they had a little too many growls for my personal taste. Despite being a metal and punk head who has definitely got into a fair number of death metal over the years, I'm a little selective at times over my death growls and which ones I like and which ones I don't, and for whatever reason, I didn't always get into them too much. And then they had their album Sempiternal. That album's freaking amazing. That was the balance that I wanted. That was just clean enough, just enough of everything that it really appealed to me. And I've listened to that album a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And then, and I dare say, when that album was new and that was relevant, however many years ago that was now, I outright actually called them the future of metal. They were a band that I was eager to keep an eye on. I expected better and better things, that if they were just polishing their sound, polishing their performance, polishing up their vocals, and I don't mean this negatively, but going a little more palatable, a little more accessible to the masses, me, if you will. And I thought this is a band on the rise, and they are going to be somebody to look out for. And then they came out with their album, This Is the Spirit. And it didn't really do it for me. I thought they swung that pendulum just a little too far. I've heard it. I've listened to the album once or twice, and I've just found it too commercial, too poppy, too something. I don't know what. It just didn't grab me quite the same, and I kind of moved on, and I never looked back again. So I've heard the song Doomed, but I couldn't tell you how it goes. I completely forgot it existed until very recently. I found out that a new, young, upcoming singer by the name of Mafra covered, excuse me, too much coffee this morning. Mafra covered their song Doomed. And I thought, do I know that song? And I looked up an album and song. It's like, oh, I do know that song. Well, I've heard that song, but I really wanted to hear her cover, but I wanted to refresh myself. So we're going to do that right now. And I thought, what better way to do that than a live performance, especially because very soon after this, I am going to be doing Mafra's version of Doomed. It will be live or somewhat live. So I got to do the same treatment for Bring Me the Horizon. So we're going to see how Ollie, I think is this the singer's name? It's been a few years. We're going to see how they do it. And they do it in a live context before we dive into covers of it. So let's just get right into it. This will be Bring Me the Horizon live at the Royal Albert Hall. This is Doomed. And if there's fewer iconic venues than this, such a beautiful place. With an orchestra, no less. Very nice. What it's like to be in an orchestra and to work on classical music most of your career, and then you're asked to back up a band like Bring Me the Horizon, a metal band traditionally speaking. But I mean, Metallica kind of broke down those barriers with their S&M performances too, so maybe to them it's a highlight of their career, who knows? Certainly a young-looking orchestra. Wow, what a shot.
Cut off my wings and come lock me up. Just pull the plug, yeah, I've had enough. Tear me to pieces, sell me for parts. You're all a vampire, so here, you can have my heart. The world's a funeral, a room of ghosts. No hint of movement, no sign of pulse. Only an echo, just skin and bone. They keep the chair, but we untie the rope. So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head's in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we do. I think we do. Now there's no way back.
Okay, gotta stop it at some point because YouTube makes us do it. It's unfortunate, but it's a thing. Just really got sucked into this performance. I didn't want to break it up. I do vaguely remember this song. I'm trying to recall exactly how different this particular arrangement differs from the original, other than the obvious addition of an orchestra, which I don't believe was there in any capacity in the original. But the song does ring a bell, and it's a great song so far. It probably was one of the standout tracks even when I did listen to that album. But like I say, as a whole, the album That's the Spirit just didn't grab me. Maybe it's because it went too commercial and I just wasn't ready to accept that. Despite considering myself to be fairly open-minded musically, there are definitely times in my life when, for whatever reason, the music I needed to hear, we all connect to music differently, and different music speaks to us at different times in our life, and you know is a part of our healing or our growth or the background soundtrack to our lives in many ways. And when this era of Bring Them Horizon was around, I was really into Sempiternal. I really liked the heaviness of it and the songs and the songwriting and all that. But this one, it didn't resonate with me. I think I was just in the wrong headspaces to appreciate it. But it certainly is already grabbing me enough that I kind of want to go back and revisit it. I foresee maybe giving this album another chance. Maybe it is a little bit older, a little more different headspace. I might be more appreciative to what they were trying to do with it, because I am aware that it was the next level for them. It was a stepping stone, and they are infinitely larger of a band than they were back then. So, anyways, let's jump back into this. This is great. I'm really appreciating it, and it's definitely it is coming back a little bit. But anyway, let's just back this up a little and let it keep going.
Just get a bone. They keep the chair, but we untie the rope.
makes me think this performance here. I mean, there's no way they're typically going to go through this much effort for a single song. Was the orchestra there for their entire concert? Was this a show of theirs? Did they just use the front half of the stage and then for this song or a couple of songs brought them out in kind of the background and revealed what they were doing to next level it? I'd love to know. Save me a little trouble, would you? Google it for me. Just kidding. But if all you out there are aware of what the bigger picture was for this particular song or general performance for in this evening for Bring the Horizon, I'd love to know. Leave a comment for me, would you? Letting me know the bigger picture, what they were doing here. Is this like where Metallica did S&M Symphony and Metallica, where they did an entire concert with the symphony? Or is this just a couple of songs or one song where they brought out this full, deeper orchestration for it? I'd love to know. Let me know.
No room for change. I thought I sold my soul, but you kept running free. So in the light, I'm coming home. It's getting dark now, but I carry on. The sun will shine, but we never did. And when it rained, it fucking poured, but I think I like it. And you know that I'm in love with the mess. I think I like it. Sing it. So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're good. I think we're good. Now there's no way back. I think we're good. I think we're good. Now there's no way back. As hard as you can. So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry.
Very cool use. Whoever did the arrangement for this for the orchestra did a great job. The orchestra is very much just filling in background noise, but at times they are becoming the melody and playing the same words or melodic notes that he is singing. And good kudos to him for fronting and calling out to the audience, calling out to the background singers to join him and to get louder, and really leading this as a conductor unto himself. This is very, very cool.
So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but
My bad.
it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we do. I think we do. And now there's no way back.
Very cool. Wow. That was cool. I'm glad I looked into a different version of this instead of just went straight to the album version, even though I know that's what I would have heard before, and it probably would have just had that little more immediacy to remind me into it. I think it was really cool checking out this live version, seeing it performed in front of an orchestra or in tandem with an orchestra who was really, really enriching the performance. Whoever arranged this for them really understood the song and got in behind it into what it needed to do to really elevate it and their performance up. That was fantastic. I'm really, really glad I did that. That was very cool. And I appreciate you all for watching this. Thanks a lot for coming along on the ride on this one. I hope to see you all again. Peace, love, and empathy to you all. Good night.